From the home village to the builder base, welcome and welcome back, fellow fans of Clash of Clans. Here you go. You've been asking for it straight from the dev build, and thanks to RH Base Building, Builder Hall 10 layouts. For those of you that need a quick link, they are all down in the description, and stick around until the end of today's episode for a special bonus just for those hardcore viewers that stick around all the way to the end of each episode. Please also consider subscribing if you haven't already. I've also put the links to RH Base Building in the description. Make sure you check them out and get your bases for all Builder Hall levels and the home village, because it won't be long and I'm sure we will see another home village content update. Now, also, using code Galadon when you see all those amazing offers in the shop helps out the channel a great deal. I appreciate it very much. And just remember, it's more important to use someone's code than nobody's at all. Each of these bases has strengths and weaknesses. If you watched the Itsu video, he did hit and completely destroy 3 of these bases pretty easily. But let's talk about, while I show you each individual layout, some of the rules behind builder base construction. Now, obviously, there are specific limits to each stage, and you'll see that as you go about constructing your own bases. But just a quick breakdown, you have 180 walls. You have a max of 100 walls in either stage. So you can put 180, you can put 90 and 90, as long as there isn't more than 100 walls in either stage. Defenses, you've got 27 defenses. There can be no more than 14 in each stage, and the guard post counts as a defense. That also, you can see, is keeping things relatively balanced. Speaking of balanced, elixir storage, gold storage, 1 each in each stage. Auto goes to stage 2, while the builder hall is stage 1. Those 2 are the buildings that count for a star. They're like a town hall for the builder hall stages. Then you get 12 traps maximum in both stages, so they really have to be well balanced. Then Gem Mine, Star Lab, Clock Tower, Builder Barracks all go to stage 1. Healing Hut, Reinforcement Camps, there's 2 of them, and the BOB Control all are stage 2. This is where it does get, and you'll notice that the stage 1 does seem a little bit bigger. 4 army camps in stage 1, just 2 army camps in stage 2, then the battle machine in stage 1, the battle copter in stage 2. And then last but not least, the gold mines and elixir collectors, more of them in stage 2 than stage 1, and that keeps things relatively balanced so that you don't have one massive stage and one tiny stage. The strategy, man, it's really involved. I'll tell you right now, the number of bases, almost mathematically infinite. Okay, not mathematically infinite, but it's mathematically unlikely if you create a base from scratch that anybody else will ever create that exact same base. There are so many millions, probably billions of combinations. I'm sure billions, right? I haven't done the math. If somebody cares to, let me know. I'm curious, with the number of spaces in these villages, how many different combinations there are. I bet you it's easily in the billions. So just know that your base is original until somebody else copies it, like these bases right here. And that's why RH Base Building is such a great resource. No, this is not a sponsored video. I'm just telling you guys that, man, yeah, putting together your own base, much less rotating through tons of bases, can be a lot of work. And like I said, some are more challenging than others. I think that all of these bases would benefit from a little tweak of your own. And, you know, just give it your own personal style, especially because you don't want to have a cookie cutter base that other players recognize and then can immediately take down with a specific strategy. So even if you're not altering the defenses that much, try moving stuff around, moving the walls around, so that you don't have an easily recognizable template base. Also, did you notice the Expo? Did you see the settings? I didn't even notice this myself in the sneak peek videos. The Expo is set to ground or air. Not ground or ground and air, just ground or air only. And that definitely is a slightly different wrinkle in the way things are set up over here. Now, this is Galadon going after base number 4 because, well, I'll be honest with you, base number 4 seemed like the easiest layout of all of the layouts. It just kind of awkwardly shaped, and I didn't want to just use Itsu's strategy of all baby dragons and 1 cannon cart. I love the P.E.K.K.A.s. I think they are a lot of fun. The cannon carts are great, but I will tell you this, I said this many times in the sneak peek videos, and I'm experiencing it already. There is a lot to keep track of in a multi-stage, multi-phase, multi-battle ability attack when you gotta coordinate. Okay, mortar number 3 needs to get up and move. Mortar number 4 can sit down. Watch out for the lava launcher. Watch out for the giant cannon, the multi-mortar. So many enemies for these little cannon carts, especially when they turn into mortars. And they're kind of dumb. They will walk right onto the lava launcher's lava and then just melt away. So you gotta watch out for that. And it's crazy. And for some players, I've already heard complaints.
It's too hard, Galadon. I have to work too hard. It takes too much brain power. I used it all up playing Minecraft today.
I don't know, but I'm just saying it is going to be difficult and highly strategic, especially if you want to push towards the top of the leaderboards. And I anticipate we could see a fun esports twist here as well. That could be something that comes near in the future. I don't know. Again, we have to see how the community accepts this. And I don't want to sound like a broken record, really hoping that everybody gives it a try, at least tries it out and plays it for at least like a week. You got to do it more than a day. You can't just poo-poo it and say, no, this isn't for me. I think if you give it like a week, especially at Builder Hall 10, it could grow on you. And the whole 2-stage thing, completely different. I love that the walls are individual pieces, and I love that the bases, although the 2 stages are different, they can't be made really, really lopsided, and I think that helps. I like the idea, though, I do, that you can change it a little bit, and you could put 100 walls in one and only 80 in the other, and 14 defenses versus 13, and yes, you could obviously focus on maybe making the second stage that much harder. And actually, on that same note, you can definitely do that depending upon which defenses you put where, right? You can make those a little bit lopsided because obviously there's only a few key high damage defenses that you have a choice to deploy. So yes, this is going to be a Gala 3-star, and I did I did mostly use Itsu's idea of the baby dragons and the cannon carts, but I love my power P.E.K.K.A.s, and I can also see, by the way, having more than one cannon cart is it's challenging because you got to know which one to move and which one to pick up and put down. And check on the screen there for the secret bonus if you stuck around all the way to the end of the episode. That base guaranteed to cause your opponents fits when they try to defeat it. I was not able to 3-star my own base, yet I could 3-star some of these pretty quickly. So we'll see. Obviously, it's going to get defeated. And know that there is no such thing as an unbeatable base. If you think you're doing too well, just continue to push trophies, and eventually, I promise you, you will get humbled. So thank you again, Galafam, for sticking around all the way to the end of the episode. Please let me know if you use that base and it works for you. Get out there and make the best of the rest of your day, week, month, and year. Be kind to other people, animals, and the planet. And I hope to see every last one of you back here again tomorrow for more full attacks.
Galadon, a galley base, I'll make a pizza base and it will perform better, I promise.